Hi, I'm Ali and welcome to Clear Skin and Wellbeing. So today I thought I would show you how I get rid of my dark eye circles. But before I do, if you haven't subscribed before, please subscribe and also please like. Right, so dark eye circles can be a combination of many things, such as your diet, if you have too much sugar, too much salt in your diet, and also if you don't drink enough water and maybe too much alcohol or any of those sugary fizzy drinks. But also it can also be a combination of perhaps of where you sleep, how you sleep. So if you don't get enough sleep in the evening, you're quite tired, puffy-eyed, circles and bags, under the eyes. So a good 8 hours sleep is, I always think, quite vital, at least between 7 to 9. But also how you sleep, such as if you sleep very flat, you get, everything can sort of sit into the head and the face. So I always tend to sleep with my head elevated slightly, not too much because you don't want to hurt the neck, but I do go up slightly because then everything can sort of drain down whilst I'm asleep. Now, these parts here under the eyes are the finest parts of the skin on the body. So we have all our eye vessels here and capillaries. Now, some people's capillaries and vessels are maybe slightly larger than others, which would then create more of a circle. And we can get those down naturally, I'm glad to say. Also, I tend to find that if I'm sat here, fine, but if you're looking down and if the light's coming down on you, you start to see bags, if you can see. Whereas if you lift your head up, they disappear. So it also depends on the lighting and if you're always looking down, perhaps if you're on your telephone looking down all the time, or if you're working on a computer, you're looking down and everything sort of seems to sort of accumulate here. Now, what you can do is to help sort of get those blood vessels and capillaries and actually reduce them slightly. And I like to use cold tea bags. One, because it's cold, which will bring them down, make them contract. But also they contain caffeine, and actually if you put it onto your eyes, it is going to go slightly into the skin, a bit like blotting paper, it seeps in, and that will also help contract those vessels. Now, I've got an eye tea bag here, so this is one thing you could use, and I think this might be even a green tea, so even better, an organic one. And I've used it and it's cold. So you want it nice and cold, and I haven't got any makeup on, so I thought I'd just show you. So you just gently place it on the eye and leave it on for 5 or 10 minutes. You don't want to be laying down completely flat with it on, slightly up so everything's draining. And that's a really good one. Now, another thing I like to use are cold cucumbers. I do find they really help with the dark circles as well, again from the fridge. So if I place it onto this eye and then just, you can just hold it down. To be honest, if it's a thinner piece of cucumber, it's easier to manipulate. If it's too thick, it's quite, it's not so easy. And you're going to hold that down for a few moments and it makes the eye feel fresh. Again, it will dilate all of those those blood vessels within the face. Now, another thing you could do is use a cold spoon or, again, a cold compress on your eyes. The only thing I would say is to be very careful, because I tend to find, if you can put some frozen peas on your eyes or a cold spoon and they're coming from the fridge, this part here is, as I said before, is so sensitive and so thin. You don't want to be putting something so cold on. So if you do, first of all, put something like a kitchen roll on the eye first, then put the frozen peas on. You don't want that direct coldness that's straight on. So I think it's a bit too cold, and that will really help. Now, with this here, another thing with the eye bags, the eye circles, treatments are very similar to eye bags, but if you wear makeup, Now, if you wear too much eye makeup, or even if your makeup's quite old and been hanging around for, things like eyeshadows last for years and years, and you think how much bacteria is in that eyeshadow, and you're reapplying your eyeshadow every day, which has lasted for months or years, maybe with a dirty brush, and that can aggravate the eye and also help, not help with the dark circles as well. So always make sure your brushes are very clean, your hands are very clean, your fingers when you're applying any eye cream, anything like that. Also, if you have hay fever, if you have any allergies, that can also not help with the eye circles. So in that case, you really do need to see a doctor to see if you need any antihistamine or anything like that. So I hope that was useful for you, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on dark circles. Again, if you haven't subscribed before, please subscribe and also please like, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.